This piece is called Sexy New Animals. Why like going messing up my mind? Don't you know it's gonna make me go blind? Oh, white heat, it's going right down to my toes. Lord have mercy, white light, goodness knows. Oh, white light. I was singing high and breathy in my lungs as I rounded the shortcut to the BART station, passing the silver-painted house that used to feature a hand-painted sign offering shoe shines. Why that song in my head and not another? It wasn't the silver house reminding me of Warhol's factory, reminding me of the exploding plastic inevitable. That was too convoluted a path for my brain, jazzed as it was, to travel. No, I had been searching for my lighter before I left the house. I had found it. It was a white lighter, the kind I still buy as a sort of homage to the 90s and to Ginger, my first true love, who at one point believed white lighters had magical properties of butane regeneration, or at least she'd never had one that ran out of juice. Now Ginger was at home recovering from a hospital stay and doing meditation and visualization focused on regenerating her liver, which was acutely failing her, for no reason anyone could discern. And I was on my way to meet a new young friend I was taking to see Will Eno's play, Flu Season. I ran into an acquaintance on BART, a woman I admired deeply while knowing next to nothing about her life. I saw on Facebook that you got a new cat, I exclaimed. I'm playing a show tonight, she exclaimed. We both mentally clicked the like button on each other's exclamations. And I should mention here that if you hear anything you like from me tonight, feel free to click the like button in whatever way you see fit. You can shout out like, or you can just make a gesture in the air, a thumbs up or a check mark.
Like!
Or whatever symbology grabs you in the moment. I recently heard about a study in which they compared the amounts of dopamine created by actual human touch versus looking at someone's Facebook page. And in many cases, there was no measurable difference. Also, at puppy school years ago, the instructor told our class that if we didn't want to use treats as rewards, we could get a clicker. After so many repetitions of eating a biscuit and hearing a click at the same time, a dog will perform a task just for the satisfaction of hearing the click. This seemed cruel to me, so I never tried it, but I think at this point we can all pretty much agree that it works. When I got off the BART, a street musician with a fiddle and a sign saying Iraq war veteran getting back on my feet was playing a song it took me a moment to recognize. He played it so dark and full of sorrow. To know him is to love him. Just to see him smile makes my life worthwhile. To know him is to love him. And I really do. Like a lot of country songs, it's supposedly about walking with Jesus in the afterlife, but really it's an outlet for Christian women to sing about physical longing and self-negating lust. As I passed the Veteran and turned onto Geary Street, I got a text from my young friend, which said he was running a little late. The song that lodged in my heart then as it tipped into abjection was so predictable I can't bring myself to sing it to you, but you might as well know it was Etta James, Something's Got a Hold on Me. Etta died this January, but she lived long enough to hear Beyonce sing At Last at Barack Obama's inaugural party. Why didn't they let Etta herself sing her signature song, the African-American Ball of the Century? She was too raunchy, too unpredictable, too real. The next time she ran into Beyonce, she threatened to whip her upstart ass. I had time to gather my wits about me while I waited outside the theater. The 60-something doorman security guard came outside to smoke and flirt with me, and I felt some of my power returning. Then he went back inside, and I read the magazine article I'd brought with me, the prose poem, A Sexy New Animal. I stepped forward to put out my cigarette and looked up from the page. My friend was standing right in front of me. We went inside, took the elevator to the top floor where the theater was, and found our seats. Some prescient pre-show music was playing. Your love is like a tidal wave spinning over my head, drowning me in your promises, better left unsaid. You're the right kind of dreamer to release my inner fantasy, the invincible winner, and you know that you were born to be. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker, don't you mess around with me. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker. You can go if you want. And then they played another old favorite. Do you cry out in your sleep? All my failings exposed. And there's a taste in my mouth as desperation takes hold. Why is it something so good just can't function no more? When love will tear us apart again. Love will tear us apart again. I did what I always do when I hear that Joy Division song. I overshared. I told him about my teenage cutting days, how I had carved the lyrics to that song into my thigh with a razor blade, how in certain light or on psychedelic drugs I can still see the faint scars in that yet undeciphered flesh. He had nothing to say to that. Absolutely nothing. For minutes on end. Finally, the play started. I was so conscious of my friend's body next to mine, sitting up rigidly in his chair, so close I could smell the kale on his breath, while we watched this uncomfortable love story collide and heave into bleak shards in front of us, that I wasn't sure what I thought of the play as an event, which was at turns either slightly or abundantly being overacted by MFA students. The words and feelings behind the play moved me, though, and the music was good, too. Yeah. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Now I don't hardly know her. But I think I could love her. Crimson and clover. Yeah. My, such a sweet thing. I wanna do everything. What a beautiful feeling. I'm gonna pull you in close, gonna wrap you up tight, gonna play with the braids that you came here with tonight. I'm gonna hold your face and toast the snow that fell. Because friends don't waste wine when there's words to sell. Maybe this is a good time to mention that I have some words to sell. Talk to me after the show.
Yeah.
While I'm far away from you, my baby, I know it's hard for you, my baby, because it's hard for me, my baby, and the darkest hour is just before dawn. After the play, we were hungry, and we went to Foley's Irish House, which seemed quieter than usual, until we ordered our pints and fish and chips and realized the band had been taking a break. When they started up again, we couldn't make ourselves heard over the music without shouting, so we gave up on conversation and watched a drunken birthday party unravel on the dance floor. It was Paula's 21st birthday, the singer told us as she dedicated the next song to her. But when we got a look at the birthday girl, swaying out of time with the music in her stained t-shirt and tiara, it was clear that Paula, like someone else in this story, had been celebrating her 21st birthday for a long time. And this is where, in the interest of time, I have to end this story, which by now you will have correctly predicted will not end well for me, and my monstrous, luminous, denigrated, obligated, morbidly obese, degenerate, glorious, omnipotent heart. Each night before you go to bed, my baby, whisper a little prayer for me, my baby, and tell all the stars above, this is dedicated to the one I love. Thank you so much.